Hello, everybody. I want to give President Trump his due. You are uniting the American people, but not in the way you think. The American people are so upset with you. I am. I regret voting for you. 3 times I voted for you. I'm ashamed of you, and I'm embarrassed to say that I voted for you. You are not the president of Israel. You are not the vice president to Benjamin Netanyahu. You are our president. Ours. And you failed us. Whew. Take a bow. You earned it. Take a bow. You ruined the American economy and probably our safety. Because now you got people from all over the world that's going to come here and probably hurt us, with terrorism. I want to know how the fuck Iran was any threat to us. How many Americans out there, I'm talking to the American people right now, did you lose sleep at night worrying about what Iran was going to do to us? I never have. Now, we all know of the Straits of Hormuz. How many of you never heard of that before the last couple of months? Unless you are in shipping, we didn't even know about it. Now, because of Israel in its goal to be the king of the Middle East, you've ruined the economy, not just the United States, but the world. You're ruining it. Good job, President Trump. Good job of being a follower and not a leader. You're a terrible president. You did good the first time. And that's why we voted for you. That's why people came across the aisle. Because they remembered, the economy was good under him. James Carville was correct. It's the economy, stupid. Maybe James Carville needs to have a meeting with the President of the United States and remind him, it's the economy, stupid. President Trump, you need to resign and go run for president of Israel. Because that seems to be the only group of people you care about. You do not care about the United States citizens. You don't. You could care less. You are so out of touch of the American people. I'm ashamed of you. President Biden embarrassed the American people. But it probably wasn't his fault. Now, I've said this in the past to a lot of people, and I'll say it to right now. Shame on you, Democrat Party, and shame on Biden's wife and children, or son, for allowing that man who was senile to run for president of the United States. Shame on you. You ought to be embarrassed of yourselves. Now, President Trump, you do have your wits to you. What you are doing to the American people is on purpose. That's worse. You You have no clue what the hell you're doing as president, do you? Or you know exactly what you're doing. You also are a son of Satan. See, one thing that was never a problem with people that voted Republican and Democrat was their faith in Jesus. We just have a different way of thinking how the economy ought to run. But one thing that united us as a people was Jesus. Now, you have united the American people with, you turned your back on us. So now we got Jesus as a common denominator, and now we have you, the follower, not the leader, who turned its back on the American people. You're a follower. You're not a leader. You're a follower. You're a terrible president this time. And I'm ashamed that I voted for you. And people say, better than Kamala. We don't know that. Was she a dingbat? Yeah, that's why I didn't vote for her. But would she have done this? I don't know. We don't know. She probably may have. Because a lot of our Congress and Senate, they think they are the congressman and the senator of Israel. I say us American people, we make laws. We demand that the Congress and the Senate and the president signs it into law. You are the president of the United States of America only. You are a congressman or a senator in the United States only. My ancestors are British and German. I could care less about those two countries. I could care less. You know, here's something I have to remind people all the time. Do you know what the citizens of the world have that we have in the United States? Adults. Let adults of the world be adults in their own countries and let them run their own countries the way they want to run their own countries. If they want to be socialist, oh well, that's what they picked. If they want to be communist, that's what they picked. If they don't want those, they'll have a revolution. But the president of the United States, a congressman or a senator that cares more about some country that they don't even live in, there needs to be a law enacted that you are removed from office and thrown in prison. Not just removed from office and then go into public life because your connections you made in D.C. to become even richer. No, imprisonment for a long time. Make it to where running for Congress, running for the Senate, and especially the President of the United States, that you are only for its citizens. I want somebody to show me in the Constitution, because I don't know everything. Maybe I'm wrong. Where in the Constitution does it say, once you become President of the United States, you are the leader of the world? Where does it say that at? Did George Washington, when he became President of the United States, also want to be the leader of the world? No. Actually, he was against even fighting the French. Or teaming up with the French. No, let them fight their own battles. Oh. He was the president of the United States. He was the president of the citizens of the United States. And that's what we need again. I'm going to have an open mind in 2028. If you are running for America only, I'll vote for you. I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican, but you got to have that first. And I think that needs to be law. The American people, we need maybe sign a petition, do whatever we have to do to have it law that any congressman, senator, or president of the United States that does not put the citizens they represent first are removed from office and thrown in prison. Israel, we need to wash our hands of you and walk away. You want to go bomb all of your neighbors? Well, let's give you the opportunity to see how big of a badass you are and fight your own wars. Fight your own battles. We'll watch it on TV. That'll be fun. Now, if you do beat them, good job. If you don't, you did it to yourselves. So good job, President Trump, for turning your back on the American people and uniting all of us. Because not only do we don't like Israel, a lot of people that were voted for you, we don't like you. Resign. Take your billions and go buy some property in Israel, because that seems to be the only group of people and country that you care about.